until they're dead. It's a bludgeoning tool.
They're safe
I
in
need
numbers.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
If I had to die, you get me with that wrench, because I'm definitely unconscious after getting hit in the head with that thing. It's massive.
I'm wealthy because my mommy and daddy died.
Yes, it was so sad when he said that, man. And you know the thing about Colonel Mustard, he's basically Iron Man, just without the invention.
He is.
You know, he's a war profiteer. Oh well, the soldiers died because the radios didn't work. Oh, life goes on. Oh blah dee, oh blah da, man. I got paid. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get some brandy in our lives.
All he does is lay on his back all day. Sounds like hard work to me.
So many lines in this movie, man.
With Airplane, I was a bit worried that we were just gonna go like name all the gags back and forth. But these two are. You have Airplane, which was a smash, and then you have Clue, which wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? One out of two ain't bad.
Yeah,
it's
true.
What I'm saying?
But it's found its audience. Clue.
Yeah.
But you're right though. In '85, I mean, it's a short movie, and it's
not long.
No. I'm just trying to figure out how it missed so hard with audiences. I read that they hated the gimmick. Audiences were like, "Oh, stupid gimmick. Like, I don't want to go see this." But it had a stacked cast though, and people knew these people.
It did. Keep in mind that 2 out of the top 3 movies of 1985 were Sylvester Stallone vehicles. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are not people who are necessarily thinking, "I would like a clever farce."
With the guy from, because Back to the Future came out that year too. With the guy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
and Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. One of the ladies from Apocalypse Now.
Right.
Yeah, and Private Benjamin.
Yeah.
This is Eileen Brennan cast.
But at the same time, Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't think Rocky Horror Picture Show made money until we started to grow up and go see it late at night, type of thing, And then you mentioned, let's see, who else? The movies that you mentioned didn't do very well.
Yeah, that's true.
To be honest with you. Yeah. So these people are hilarious, but again, these are movies that people regard now as classics, but at the time, not really. Yeah.
And they released this movie in December too, and
bad.
And also, they released it the same weekend. So they released it when Rocky IV was still number 1. Yes. And then you had Jewel of the Nile, the sequel, which of course is going to make bank, being released. Spies Like Us comes out. So yeah,
unexpectedly funny.
Yeah, so it's just, but that just had such big names. So of course it's going to bring people in. So it didn't have much of a chance to survive, I think, this film. No. And then And then it opened up, so then it was Rocky IV, Jewel of the Nile, Spies Like Us, Out of Africa, The Color Purple. Yeah, I mean, this movie had no chance.
No chance. Yeah, you look at this list, dude. No one is going to watch this movie in 1985 in a theater. No one. And 100%.
I mean, listen, everybody at this time is watching Rocky IV.
Are you kidding me? People are watching Rocky IV twice.
Yeah.
Knowing that Rocky's going to win, for Christ's sake. They're going back to the theater to see it again.
Yeah, this movie did not open strong. But But I'm not dogging on it. I'm just thinking about how they released it. And
the mentality of 85, totally. You were there.
It opened at 6, then it went to 12, and then it went to 10, 11, 13. But yeah, it was only in 1,000 theaters for 4 weeks.
Oh, you know what you mentioned before? You mentioned Eileen Brennan. So Eileen Brennan, she's in it, and you mentioned Carrie Fisher, right?
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher was supposed to be in it, but both of them, it was about drugs, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Eileen had just gotten out of rehab.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Fisher had to go in.
Yeah.
No, it's not funny going to rehab. It's a weird coincidence funny.
Yeah.
I understand.
Carrie Fisher had to go into it, and that's when she had to get her role taken over by Leslie Ann Warren, who I can't visualize anybody but her in this movie though. Leslie Ann Warren.
I can't either. And maybe that's because honestly, I don't know Carrie Fisher out of anything other than Star Wars, Postcards from the Edge. Is that right?
Blues Brothers.
And 30 Rock.
Wasn't she in When Harry Met Sally?
maybe like she was the friend.
Yeah.
But I've never thought of Carrie Fisher as wacky screwball. Eileen Brennan, in Private Benjamin, like you mentioned, she's got that voice. She was perfect as the evil senator's wife, taking bribes.
She was hilarious.
Yeah.
In this movie. Oh, just the yelling. Oh gosh. She was in Drop Dead Fred. That's interesting. Yeah. Carrie Fisher. Sorry.
I was about to say it's not Eileen Brennan.
Oh, and also too, I love the scene where they're kind of they're running. Wadsworth is running everybody around, and someone's like, another denial, and then Madeline Khan just goes. I'm like, Madeline Khan just made a fart noise. That made me so happy. And I'm like, will you stop that? No, like it's such a manic ending. I hate saying that. It seems like Wadsworth, the Tim Curry character, was a little bit was channeling Landis when he was writing the ending of the script.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not hating on it.
Do something. I know what you mean.
But Curry, the amount of like panic in Curry, even though he sells it, it does. It's a bonkers ending because it's him running around, everyone else following him, replaying what happened, and then he just pulls something out of nowhere and does it. I just love that Landis and the director were just whatever, just have Curry run around. And hopefully people don't care. Because it's not important.
Well, this is why the ending where he is the mastermind is my favorite one. And that also ends with perhaps the movie's greatest line, and now I'm going to go home and have sex with my wife, So that has to be the ending for me. Because it actually wasn't Mr. Body, a.k.a. Leaving. It was Wadsworth who's actually Mr. Body. Ha ha. Surprise, surprise. Yes, indeed.
And Mr. Body, what do you think about that character? That actor felt so out of place. And I know he gets killed quick, but that actor definitely felt out of place.
And I found out why he was out of place, because he's always the one thing in the movie that rings strange. Leaving, okay? He changed his name because his real name is Lee James Jude Caparello from Philly. He's a punk vocalist, okay? And his most famous band is Fear. Apparently, he was on Saturday Night Live or in a concert of some kind. They're performing a song. I checked it out on YouTube. Beef Bologna. And the lyrics are, and I quote, beef, 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 bologna. Beef, 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 bologna. Except it's, 80s punk style. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, beef, 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 bologna. Beef, 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 beef. Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
This is the guy they put in the middle of comedy royalty. And he's actually been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, that's whenever I see him in this, that character does take me out of it a little bit. Am I wrong for saying that?
Not at all. Not at all. I rejoice when he's murdered.
Yeah. It's the one weird part in this film.
It's not because he's bad, it's because he just doesn't belong there. It's weird.
The energy, right?
Yes.
This is a movie that relies on that energy of its cast. And that was the one odd part. But I like that they just cast a random he'd been doing a lot of movies by this point. So Streets of Fire,
Flashdance, for Christ's sake. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So it's a weird. I don't know. How about this? Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will talk. We'll try to solve the riddle, and we'll come up with some clues during the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I have some bad news for everybody.
Uh-oh.
Norbert is a socialist.
Bam, bam, bam. This is 1984. 1954 the movie is based in, people. Yeah.
Let's do something real quick.
Go for it.
5 favorite moments.
Okay. Number 1 favorite moment. Not from top to bottom, just listed as 5 moments. Number 1, Professor Plum. You were once a professor of psychiatry specializing in helping paranoid and homicidal lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur. Yes, but now I work for the United Nations, so your work has not changed. That is number 1. I cackle every single time.
I gotta do Wadsworth when he goes, "I'll catch you," and he does not catch. He does not. When Miss Peacock, when she falls through his arms.
Yes.
I don't understand that scene. I don't know why she falls through it, but I adore it. I'll catch you.
So
oh man.
and just doesn't.
Yeah.
That's moment number one. Okay, so moment number two. Everything all right? Yep. 2 corpses. Everything's fine. That's moment number 2.
Okay.
That's moment number 2.
Moment number. I'll go when it is Yvette and I believe Mr. Green walking up the stairs at the same time when they're just smushed right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's just really good. It's just really good physical comedy by the two of them.
Right.
And like Colleen Camp when she's like running downstairs in her heels, like she's a good physical comedian in this. But I like watching the two of them go upstairs like really squirrely at the same time, so no one's behind each other. Just makes me happy.
Yeah. Anything with Colleen Camp in it is number 3 because this movie is 1985. I was 7 or 8 years old, and my God, just running around. The way he just, what was her name again? I can't even remember. Yvette. Yeah. Thank you. Anytime Yvette was running around, good God, as a child, it's extremely distracting. And you come to find out that they cast her specifically because of her breast. I don't know how else to say it.
It's weird cleavage. Focusing on this, but even the Wikipedia things, like a busty maid, like that's what this thing says. And it's like, oh, bro.
It's her description.
Hey, Norbert, I have to use the restroom. Can you tell me where it is?
Well, you could go to... No, you can't use... oh, wait. No. Oui.
No, I just have to powder my face.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. I just remembered. It took me a moment. That's right. Oui. That's a great moment, too. Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
Oui. I'm sorry I left you hanging.
Yeah, no, you got there, man. I enjoyed hearing that. All right, who you got? What's your third part?
Okay, so my number 3 was Yvette because her distracting cleavage.
I gotta do the candlestick falling on to Wadsworth and just Tim Curry's physical comedy where he gets bonked. Beautiful.
Okay, number 4 for me then. Number 4 for me is quite frankly leaving, aka Mr. Body. Why? What do you mean I can't leave? It's just glass, and he goes to break the glass, and there's a massive Doberman outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same dog that Tim Curry has just stepped in the poop to enter the mansion. Riddle me this, Hoffmeyer. If the dogs are so threatening, how the hell do 3 more people approach this mansion with no problem whatsoever?
It's just a nice plot hole. It's all good.
The most powerful attack of the dogs is just feces that they leave everywhere, apparently.
And people just smell it.
People just smell it until they don't anymore. So that's my 4th favorite moment. Just convenient Deus Ex Machina dogs.
We've talked about this, but I'm just gonna say flames on the side of my face, breathing, heaving, breaths, heavy breaths.
Heaving. The flame.
It's just a brilliant scene. It makes me so happy.
Khan. She was so mad. I hated her so much. The flames. She was really mad. That's
perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect scene.
It really was. No, it's great. It's great. And then number 5, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. And now I'm going to go home and have sex with my wife. Shake, rattle, and roll. It's so hilarious, man. The movie ends that way.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, my God. It's hilarious.
Now, I don't think this is the best, but I'm just going to use this as a fun example. Like, his name's Hoover. He cleans up. It's,
yes.
It's just such an obvious gag. But I love those gags in this movie because there's no... Aside from the dog poop scene, which still is so weird, it's such an odd gag that to never come back on.
Totally.
The humor does come from like there's very few poop.
There's no scatological humor really in this movie. That's right.
No, you're right. Like there's just no poop or scatological jokes. It's the humor comes from gags that were actually written. And we've talked this before. Every joke is written. Well, no, there's a lot of stuff improv on set. But I dig that the humor in this movie is like they're trying to make you laugh. Like they're